So dear students, in this class, we discuss about Dalton's law of partial pressures. So if you see the statement, so at constant temperature, the total pressure exerted by the mixture of non-reacting gases is equal to sum of the partial pressures. So if you see the partial pressure is nothing but the pressure of individual gas. So here, if we see P total is nothing but the sum of the pressures. So total pressure that is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 and so on, where P total is the pressure of mixture of non-reacting gases, whereas P1, P2, P3 are individual gas pressures. That means partial pressures. But what is the necessary condition here? The gases should not chemically react with each other. So then only the Dalton's law is applicable for such mixtures only. So here there are some of the examples in which the mixture which is consisting of non-reacting gases. Suppose if you see N2 plus O2 or N2 plus Cl2, N2 plus helium. So all these are the gaseous mixtures in which the gases do not react with each other. So here, when we are considering here some reacting gaseous mixtures are there. So that means hydrogen and fluorine, they violently react with each other to form HF, as well as H2 plus Cl2, CO plus Cl2. So all these are reacting gaseous mixtures. So for such reacting gaseous mixtures, Dalton's law is not applicable. So if you see the example for this. So we are considering three containers of 1 liter each. The first container is containing the X moles of nitrogen, and second container contains Y moles of oxygen, and third container contains mixture. So that means X moles of nitrogen and Y moles of oxygen. So here, see here, this is a gas A, which is consisting of partial pressure 300 millimeters of Hg pressure, and gas container, second container, which is consisting of 400 millimeters of Hg, and third container is consisting of mixture of both A and B. So this derivation of this Dalton's law of partial pressure from general gas equation. So how to derive the Dalton's law of partial pressure from the general gas equation? So N1, N2, N3 be the number of moles of the constituents partial pressures PA, PB and PC. So what are A and B and C? A, B, C are the gases, and PA, PB, PC are the partial pressures of the respective gases. And V is the volume of the container. So T is the absolute temperature. T is the absolute temperature. So if you see the derivation, so PA, so we know that P is equal to nRT by V. P is equal to nRT by V, or PA. PA is the first gas. So PA is equal to N1 into RT by V. PB is equal to N2 into RT by V. PC is equal to N3 into RT by V. So if you are considering PA plus PB plus PC, that is total pressure, is equal to total number of moles, that is N1 plus N2 plus N3 into RT by V. So the total pressure exerted by the gaseous mixture, that is equal to PA plus PB plus PC is nothing but the total pressure, which is indicated by P, is equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3. The total number of moles, we are considering it as N. So P is equal to N into RT by V, where N is the number of moles. So P is equal to PA plus PB plus PC. So this is representing the Dalton's law of partial pressure. So PA, so the partial pressure of first gas by total pressure, P is equal to N1 by N1 plus N2 plus N3. So PA is equal to XA into P, where X is the mole fraction and P is the total pressure. In the same way, PB is the partial pressure of second gas by total pressure is equal to XB. So PB is equal to XB. So in the same way, third gas PC by P is equal to N3 by total number of moles. So that is equal to XC, which is the mole fraction. So from how to calculate the percentage of gas in the mixture. So percentage of gas in the mixture is equal to partial pressure of gas by the total pressure of gases mixture into 100. So how to give the relationship between the total pressure and the individual pressure. So at constant temperature, so condition is constant temperature. At constant temperature, V1 is the volume of gas at A, and at pressure P1, if it is mixed with V2, the volume of gas B at pressure P2. If we consider the total volume is equal to V1 plus V2. The total pressure P can be calculated by P is equal to P1 V1 plus P2 V2 by total volume, that is V1 plus V2. So now we'll discuss about the applications of Dalton's law. That means how the Dalton's law is useful. So when the gas is collected over water, the observed pressure of the gas is equal to sum of the pressure of dry gas and pressure of water vapor. So how to calculate the pressure of dry gas? So pressure of dry gas is equal to pressure of moist gas minus pressure of water vapor. So this pressure of water vapor is nothing but aqueous tension. Aqueous tension. So that is about applications of Dalton's law. So these are the applications of Dalton's law. In the next class, we'll discuss about the remaining topics.